Welcome to the It Factor. We're exploring a new blog post by Mr. Len Kaplan, CEO of CDML, a managed service provider in Queens, NY, offering network management, voice over IP and unified communications as a service, cybersecurity, compliance, infrastructure as a service, cloud solutions, and Microsoft 365 and Azure solutions. If you're a small business owner or manage IT for a growing organization, this deep dive is custom tailored for you.
That is a comprehensive list. And, before we jump into the article's core insights, maybe we should quickly define a few of those terms because they really do underpin everything we're talking about today.
Yeah, good idea.
So first, we'll be discussing voice over IP, or VoIP. That's really just using your internet connection for all your phone calls.
So it gets rid of the need for those old traditional phone lines.
Exactly. And then building right on top of that is Unified Communications as a Service, or UCaaS.
This is where everything comes together, right?
Yeah.
Your phone, chat, video conferencing.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes even email, all living together on one seamless platform. It's the difference between juggling 5 different apps and just having one hub.
Makes sense.
Right. And then finally, when we talk about infrastructure as a service, or IaaS, we're just talking about renting your computing infrastructure.
Things like servers and storage.
Yeah, virtual servers, storage, networking, all over the internet, instead of you having to buy and maintain physical servers in-house. And that flexibility is, well, it's key to this whole discussion.
It really is. And our mission for this deep dive is to unpack the insights from that specific article, 2025 in Tech, the year the future arrived, and what 2026 and beyond are lining up for us.
I like that title.
Me too. The author calls 2025 an inflection point.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is that technology stopped being a slow build of interesting ideas and started having real, measurable consequences. The future didn't arrive with a bang.
It just started running the meeting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that idea of the future just quietly arriving, that's really central to the first big theme the article gets into, artificial intelligence.
A profound shift in AI, yeah.
Okay, let's unpack this. The source material says AI moved decisively from novelty to necessity. And for years, AI felt like, an entertaining but not essential tool.
Right, those impressive party tricks, as the article calls them.
Yeah, writing a silly poem or maybe summarizing a short email, it was fun. But it wasn't mission critical. That all changed in 2025.
The thing is, the change wasn't so much in the science itself, it was in the application. What's critical for you as a business owner is that AI stopped being this separate, clunky application you had to open up and use manually.
It just became integrated into the tools you were already using.
Seamlessly. Inside Microsoft 365, inside your CRM, even your accounting software.
So if the old AI was kind of like an intern, what did this new integrated AI become?
The article has a great analogy for this. It became a junior staff member.
Okay, I like that.
The intern, might make a few helpful suggestions like fixing your grammar. The junior staff member, though, offers actual decision support.
Give me a concrete example of what that difference looks like.
Okay, so think about a client meeting. The old AI, the intern, would transcribe it for you, maybe pull out some action items.
Right.
The junior staffer AI, however, takes that transcription, compares it against 5 previous documents, finds a potential conflict in the project scope, drafts a follow-up email to the client about it, and then schedules a reminder for the project manager.
All without being asked to do each of those steps.
Exactly. It's initiating actions, not just waiting for prompts. It's doing work that used to require a person's focused effort.
And here's where it gets really interesting for me, because the article points out this wasn't just happening on our desktops. We tend to focus on our screens, but there was this less visible but highly practical revolution happening.
AI escaping the screen.
Yes, moving into the physical world.
And we're not talking about sci-fi robots. This was about optimization hitting infrastructure. The examples they give are things like warehouses, logistics, supply chains.
All getting faster.
Significantly faster and more efficient because AI was running these incredibly complex scheduling and pathfinding algorithms. And crucially, the system started spotting and fixing errors before a human even noticed them.
And that kind of technological revolution, as the article points out, is often the most powerful kind. It's the one that happens quietly, just by making things work better.
You don't even notice the AI. You just notice your packages are arriving faster and you have fewer mistakes slowing things down. That save time, that save capital. That's the real measure of this inflection point.
Now, all this AI acceleration, the ability to process information faster, synthesize documents, automate responses, it unfortunately isn't just for the defense side of the business.
No, all that computing power also accelerated the threat landscape.
Which is a perfect transition to our next theme. security.
Exactly. The article notes that cybersecurity in 2025 felt less like playing whack-a-mole, just patching problems as they pop up.
And more like what?
More like a highly advanced automated chess match. Attackers fully embraced AI and automation, which made phishing and social engineering attacks just vastly more effective.
It's one thing to spot a clumsy email with bad grammar. It's another thing entirely when an AI crafts a message using perfect corporate language, referencing a real project, and mimicking an executive's tone.
That hyper-targeting is the challenge, and this is what drove the big defensive shift. The recognition that identity is the new perimeter.
For years, security just meant building a big, thick firewall around your office network.
Right, and once you were inside, you were generally trusted. But that assumption, as 2025 showed, is just fatally flawed.
Because if an attacker gets a user's credentials, their identity,
They just walk right through the front door, past the expensive firewall, they're inside. The credential matters so much more than the physical location of the server now.
so if firewalls aren't enough, what specific strategies did defenders adopt?
The first was a heavy pivot to identity protection and conditional access. This concept is so crucial. It's not just about asking, do you have the right password anymore?
It's like a multi-layered security checkpoint.
Exactly. It asks, is the password correct? Sure. But also, is the device secure? Is the user logging in from their usual location, or are they suddenly in a country they've never been to?
And if it sees red flags,
It either denies access or severely restricts it. This leads right into the second strategy, which is continuous monitoring. The old model of occasional audits, maybe once a quarter.
that's way too slow. An automated attacker moves in minutes.
Right. So continuous monitoring shifts the focus from looking for known malware to actively detecting strange behavior in real time.
So like an employee who suddenly tries to download the entire client database at 3 a.m.
Exactly that. That behavioral anomaly is the trigger, not some known virus signature.
And that brings us to the crucial takeaway from the article for anyone listening. If your security model still assumes everyone inside your network is trustworthy just because they logged in, 2025 says you need to reconsider that immediately.
Waiting for something bad to happen is a losing strategy. As the article says, and I love this line, hope for the best is not a security framework.
So true. All of this acceleration, though, in AI and cyber defense, it brings us to a hard limit that we can't ignore.
The laws of physics.
The infrastructure race.
The article makes a great point. AI is thirsty for electricity. It doesn't matter how smart the software gets, the hardware still needs power. A lot of power.
Which brought the focus back to things like efficient chip design and how to scale cloud environments sustainably.
Right. The conversation shifted from just what software should we buy to can our infrastructure even handle the demands of the future we just bought into?
And this physical reality check sets up the 2026 workforce reality check, according to the article. The choices you make in infrastructure today directly impact your staff's efficiency tomorrow.
The article outlines two big shifts coming next year. First, AI will stop being something people consciously use.
It'll just become ambient.
Exactly. It'll just exist quietly inside your tools. You won't open the AI app. You'll just notice your workflows are smoother and your reports are being generated for you.
And the second shift, which I find fascinating, is about autonomous agents.
Yes. These agents will start handling all the boring, repetitive, routine stuff. System monitoring, routine customer responses, complex scheduling, generating compliance reports.
But doesn't that introduce new risks?
Yeah.
What happens when an agent makes a mistake that a human would have caught?
That's the critical part for 2026. Humans aren't removed from the loop. Their role is just elevated. You shift from doing the mundane tasks to providing strategic oversight
Setting the guardrails.
and handling the complex, creative, or nuanced situations the agents can't. The agent does the heavy lifting. The human provides the strategy and quality control.
Which makes that infrastructure planning we mentioned absolutely vital. The article says infrastructure choices will separate the leaders from the laggards in 2026.
Without a doubt. If you built a modern, flexible platform, you can deploy these agents quickly. If you're stuck on rigid, old systems,
You'll feel the drag immediately. It's like trying to run a supercomputer on a dial-up modem.
and that competitive gap will just get wider. Success comes from designing environments that are built to evolve.
So what does this all mean for you, the small business owner? The big picture takeaway from 2025 in tech is that success comes from aligning your tools, people, and strategy with real intention. It's not about chasing every new trend.
It's about building a robust, secure foundation that can integrate these changes intelligently. You need environments that can adapt and identities that can be trusted. Our focus, and the focus at CDML, is to help organizations navigate this change with clarity and purpose.
To make sure you're ready for 2026.
And beyond.
If you like this deep dive, please click that thumbs up button wherever you are listening. We share new blog posts and blogcasts every Tuesday and Thursday, giving you that shortcut to staying well-informed.
And we invite you to visit our website at https://cdml.com and subscribe to the blog for more insights on how to stay safe, informed, and compliant as this landscape keeps accelerating.
Till next time.